Hi, y'all. Okay, I'm upstairs. I'm in my office, so it is a little different background today. So, welcome, welcome. What have you done, kitty? The kitty's in here playing around and it my light go out. Bad kitty. Anyway, um, see if we can fix it. There we go. Um, how are y'all? So the topic that we're going to be discussing today. Let's see if I can fix this light. How are y'all? I guess we don't need as much light as I thought, so we're good, right? The quality is fine. Okay. Um, so we're going to be talking about how magic is there for us to use, and why not use it if it is available to us. Um, I spend some amount of time on social media, and I scroll and I see a lot of posts about people who are worried or complaining about things or da da da. And I see a lot of positive things as well. So that's good. But if people embraced their ability to create, manifest, and use magic, they would not be as worried. They would not feel so anxious or anything. And they would simply just go to what they knew and start creating better circumstances, whether it be through manifesting, spell work, candles, if they're religious, prayer work, whatever it is that they do. They should be doing those things right about now because complaining only makes things worse. Okay. Um, and I know a lot of people don't realize that, but the less you complain, the more you have to be grateful and thankful for, and the more things will come your way. That's obvious. So, doing magic for things that you are already thankful for and are wanting to come into your life is only going to help you. So, I always say, don't wait to do spell work or magic or manifest until you need it. Don't wait until you need it. Do it all the time automatically when you don't need it. That way, when it is needed, you won't have to really wait. It'll just already be on its way. You know what I'm saying? So, mhm. Doing things in advance for preparation is very smart. It's kind of like preparing for something that you already know could happen. So why not already prepare for it and do spell work or manifest whatever it is? Don't wait. I know a lot of people do that. They wait till the last minute. They're procrastinators. They wait till it's too late to do anything about it. They always say, well, I thought it was going to be different, or I thought things were going to improve. Do it before it even goes wrong. Do it before you even need to do it, and you won't really be worried about anything. Okay. So that's why I wanted to start doing the monthly Patreon spell work for those who might want to join. But if you are, practicing alone, do it for yourself. Do something monthly that you know you're always going to need and keep it going. Whether it's for beauty, love, finance, good ideas coming in, peace, whatever. Just keep continuously doing those for whenever they will be needed in your future. A lot of times people ask me, well, how long should I wait to do another spell? Whenever you feel like you need to do it, just say for whenever it is needed. You don't have to act like you don't believe that your spell work is working from the last time that you did it. You can just put another spell in or manifest something else for when it is needed. It will be there on time and you won't have to worry. Okay. Um, Reading books and getting information and just reading about anything you're interested in magically is also going to lead you to, what type of things you might need to do or what type of spells or magic you should be working with at this time. I feel that whatever you're drawn to naturally is kind of like something that is calling to you. So you should listen. Okay. There's no order or right or wrong way to do stuff. Just go to what you're interested in and it will make sense later. Mhm. What to do when you want to do a work but that will affect other people and you restrain yourself because of that. Well, just say that you don't want it to affect anyone any negative way, only positive ways that will be beneficial to all. There's always a way around that. And if you can't find a way around it, rework the spell to create something that works for everyone, you know. So, depending on what it is, there's always a way to rework something so everyone's happy. Um, you said every day is a spell. Live in your manifestation. Exactly. This is off topic, but we look alike. Okay. Cool. I look different a lot though. Like you might see me in a month and I might look totally different, like a whole nother person. But if we look alike today, then I guess we both look good. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all know I'll be changing up my looks like I change my clothes. Anyway, uh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so the way that I use my magic a lot of times is simply thinking. Thoughts are spells, words are spells. Thinking allows you to create as well. If you're thinking about something a lot, you're going to start to see it manifest in your daily life. Some way, somehow, some kind of way, it's going to manifest. This is why what you think about and what you feel needs to be something that is beneficial to you or something that you would like to see, um, you know, manifest in some form. Now, it may not be a specific form that, you may feel you want to see at that very moment, but it could be, a sign or a type of manifestation that leads you to know that your spell work or your manifestation is working. So, for example, if you're walking around thinking about starting a garden or something like that, and let's say you go to the store or you go somewhere thrifting or you go to the mall or you run errands, you might see a lot of stuff for gardening, or someone may offer you a coupon for some seeds or a plant, or someone might gift you a plant or something like that, something like that, just because you're thinking about it, just out of the blue, out of the ordinary. Someone may give you a whole plant and say, I bought this for you. Or someone may give you a pack of seeds, or someone may give you a shovel. I don't know. But that's how your magic works. So, whatever you're trying to manifest into your life, make sure you're thinking about it and keeping your focus on whatever that is if you want to see things come your way. So, a lot of people always think about money, 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 money. And they're always, going to be thinking about money, and they may get offered money, they may get job offers, they may find a penny on the floor. But either way, the money is going to manifest in their lives in some form or fashion. Now, it also depends on how you feel about money. So if you feel positive about money and that you're always receiving it and things like that, it's going to come to you. I don't know how much, but maybe think about lots of money. I don't know. You said if we want to be married, we have to act as if we're already married. I'm currently not seeing anyone. If you want to be married, um, that's a tricky one because that involves two people. So maybe you should think about if I don't know if you're a man. I guess you're a woman because most men don't walk around thinking about marriage. This is the problem. Um, so I'm guessing you're a woman if you're walking around thinking about marriage and wanting to be married. You need to start walking around thinking about a man who's thinking also about being married instead of marriage itself. You need to think about a man who's walking around thinking just like you. I want to be married. I want to be married. Okay? Instead of marriage itself, because marriage is just marriage. It could lead to divorce in a year. You want someone that wants to be married just as much as you do. So walk around and think about a man who really wants to be married and is also thinking about marriage. And then you might get suspicious. You might like, why is this man walking around thinking about marriage? It's just not likely. But if it all makes sense and turns out good, then you'll find what you're looking for. Okay. hmm What's the name of the book you used to mention for deciding? I don't know, baby. Deciding, decoding. Oh, I'd have to bring it upstairs. I don't know where it's at. I have to find it. Oh, next, new stop Earth. Wait, new stop, new Earth. Sprinkle, sprinkle, because you changed thousands of lives for the better, pulling women out of the depression caused by being undervalued by this generation of men. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate your donation. Well, y'all pulled yourselves out. I just reminded you who you were, baby. But I'm glad to, and I'm here to remind. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate that. So you said, what's the best manifestation technique for an apartment? Start buying stuff for it, decorate for it. You fill out the application, act like you already got it. Say, when can I start moving in? Be bold with it. Who knows? Um, or if you're not even to that stage yet, then just go look around at some apartments and go get the feel of it. You'll find a way. A way will present itself if you feel like you're supposed to be in one of those apartments. hmm Um, that's how most people move into their homes or to their apartments. They start by going to look, touch, feel, and be in the environment that they would like to be in. You said happy full moon. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate that. Do you still work with Santa Huerta? I don't work with anyone. I am a lone person. And I was actually going to do a video and talk about archetypes because, I feel like working with anyone is not the same as the archetype. Archetype. So I prefer studying the archetype of any deity, goddess, whatever, whatever. I don't work with. I study the archetype. That's very different. So that's why you have to know the difference. So when you ask if I work with anyone, the answer is always going to be no. Do I study the archetype? Yes. Um, do you have any housewife friends? No. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't think I would get along with most housewives, honestly, to tell you the truth. In fact, I shudder at the idea. Do I pray? No, I don't really pray. I really most likely have, gratitude for everything that I have and that I'm going to ever have and get and the things that I'm doing. But I do not pray to any deities. Okay. Yes, I don't think I would make a good housewife friend. hmm Are you more spiritual than religious? I'm not religious. I create my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of like just allow myself to do what feels correct. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really religious. And if I were, it would only be to study it and learn about it, but I never really commit to any type of belief system. Okay. You said housewife can be mean, girl. Girl, I'm too old to be bothered with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if I'm friends with someone, it can't be any type of strangeness. You gotta be just as weird as me And you got to impress me just to be my friend. I don't have time for the rigmarole and the simple minds. Okay. I'd rather be alone. Can you use magic to get rid of serious social anxiety? I feel like social anxiety probably comes more from being social. And if you were social and it did not go as planned, a lot of times you can develop social anxiety. But for me, I just pretend I'm the only person in the world. If you have any type of anxiety and you don't like being around people and things like that, just ignore them, pretend they don't even exist, and go on about your way. You know what I'm saying? Um, or like you're the guest of honor, or you're the star in the movie, and everybody else are extras. You got to start thinking like that if you have social anxiety. If you just don't like a lot of people in crowds, then try to go places where you're not going to be bunched up with a bunch of people. Okay. You said drink some wine, have a margarita, drink some wine, do whatever you need to do. If you have any type of anxiety, or just go for a walk, breathe, drink some calming tea. It's whatever. Okay. Now, magic is always there in any form, whether it's herbs, tinctures, tea, um, just something, a mantra that you will repeat to yourself if it helps you in some way, word magic, just how you think always is going to help you. So, whenever people start feeling some sort of way, there's always something that they can do to fix their problem right then and there. And it will seem magical or spiritual or whatever you want to call it. A lot of people say, oh, okay, aromatherapy, you sniff this oil and it will calm you down. A lot of people would have burned you alive back in the old days talking about you a witch for sniffing oils. Okay, great, whatever. But when I say magic, I mean all forms of ways to help you get to your next level that are not, basic, stuff that is not even considered magic or close to it. So use what you know and have around you, whether it's knowledge books, teas, oils, color magic, mantras, word magic, all of that will help you. Because all the companies, all the corporations, all the advertisements, all the movies, they're using it to get your money. They're using it to get your attention. They're using it to mold your mind. They're using it to, persuade you and use the power of suggestion. So you might as well use it as well. Just a thought. Um, let's see. Read some of your questions. Okay. I don't know if y'all are new to my channel. If y'all are new to my channel, I'm going to answer a bunch of y'all's questions with this next sentence. I own every type of spiritual item that you could possibly buy. Okay, because a lot of people are asking me if I work with this, if I have this. I got it all, baby. In fact, I got extra. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I even own a store with over 4,000 products that you can buy for your spiritual needs. It's called Dark Realm Online Occult Shop.com. Okay. So yes, I have everything. Everything. You ask, I have it. Spiritually, all the spiritual supplies you could ever need and want, I have it. Period. hmm hmm You said tell them about the merch. Yes, and my daughter Layla, she started her first business. So I'm proud of her. She's selling soap, bath bombs, and more things to come. I don't know what else she's going to create, but she has a little store in Poshmark. If y'all want to support her, there's her little website. Y'all can go purchase a soap or some bath bombs or whatever. Help the children who are starting their own business and wanting to be an entrepreneur and following their mother's footsteps. Um, so yes, I was trying to tell her that was actually one of my first businesses that was legit, like selling soaps. Okay. Do I do tarot readings? Not for people. Not anymore. I used to. Mm, a long time ago, years ago. So I think I did a whole video on n- why I don't do tarot readings anymore. And it's not for any weird purposes. It's just that people don't get them for the correct reasons. But I definitely still really like tarot cards and I use them on, for myself and other things. I do like the artwork of them and I use them for if I whenever I need them. Um, you'll definitely be supported. Oh, thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. You should. I make more money. I don't have time to do tarot card readings. And I did make a lot of money when I was doing my readings, but I found another way to make money and spend less time doing readings. So I learned to work smarter and not harder. But I did enjoy the time that I did my readings. And I learned a lot from people. I learned a lot in psychology from doing tarot card readings. I learned a lot about people and how they view their lives. I learned a lot about tarot and symbolism. So, my time as a tarot reader was a great experience that I learned a lot from. How often do you think someone should get one? I feel like honestly, I feel like if you don't know how to read your own cards, I think you should spend the time, energy, and money learning how to read cards for yourself. But if you want someone else to read your cards, depending on who they are, also depends on if they're going to tell you what you want to hear or what the cards really mean. Okay, this is why I say just learn how to do it yourself and you'll be fine. If you want to get a card reading for someone, from someone, most likely they're going to tell you, what you want to hear so that you can return. Or they're going to try to help you, but if they feel like you're not receiving the information well, they're going to just switch it around and tell you what you want to hear because they need you to come back. And that's part of the reason why I don't do tarot readings anymore because I would not switch it around to what they wanted to hear. I would hang up on people and tell them, don't call me back until you can understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. Because I'm not the type of reader that's gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what the cards say. If you don't like it, don't call me back. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So a lot of people just want to hear what they want to hear, and that's why I know. Okay. And I had a client that I did a tarot reading for, and they didn't want to hear the reading. They wanted me to tell them exactly what they want to hear. And I don't know how well that turned out for them or not, but I definitely feel like maybe they should have listened to what the cards say instead of what they wanted to hear. If you're gonna spend your money, if you're gonna pay someone to read your cards, let them read your cards. Okay. There you go. I got tired of arguing with people who just want to hear what they want to hear. If that's the case, I don't need no cards. I'll just tell you what you need to hear. You want how many times do you need to shuffle? Zero, because I'm just going here to tell you exactly what you want to hear. What card did you pull? None. The one you want. Which one? That's why. So yeah, I don't do that. And if you can't take the card say, then you don't need to be getting no reading. So use your own cards and do your own readings, and you'll definitely feel better about the situation. Um, Another thing is like if you're facing a decision and you need help deciding what to do, um, and you've done readings and you've done spell work and you're still not understanding what you need to do, look into your own future. You can use scrying mirror, a crystal ball, bowl of water, and scry into your future and try to see what symbols and things show up or and write them down and make sure that that is the right decision for your future. So, or if you like to do visualization, just look 10 years or 5 years into the future if you choose whatever choice that you're trying to decide on. So if you're saying, well, should I take this job or should I move to this state in 10 years? What will my life be like? Okay, I see that. I got all the clues. I got all the symbolisms. I did my scrying. I did my cards. I did my oracle for 10 years into my future. Now let me do another reading or scrying session or visualization session for 10 years for the other decision if I make another decision and see which one comes out the best. And that will be more helpful in you deciding what you want to do. So don't always just do one reading, do two for two different outcomes, you know. Um Scry is like, you get a lot of people do it in the crystal ball, some people do it in fire, some people make black mirrors to look into, some people get a black bowl and fill it with water and just look into it. Mostly it's just going to get your mind to think and come up with different things that will just come into your mind. It's kind of like clearing your mind and looking into something that's kind of mesmerizing and getting you to use your imagination. So if you're scrying into a bowl of water and you see like a triangle or a circle or a number three or something like that, you write that down. If you see a blue door, write that down. It's kind of like dream symbolism a little bit. Or if you see just some word or whatever, write it down, and then it'll all make sense later when you go and do your research about what these symbols could mean. You're gonna have to go decode the symbols, or if they have a meaning to you personally, then use that personal meaning as well. Um, mhm. You said movie decoded. What do you think about the Scarlet Witch and her dark goddess energy being emphasized? I feel like honestly, I feel like most women have all of the same type of energy. It just has to be recognized and it is used when it is necessary. So I feel like, to me, dark simply means unknown, untapped, unknown potential. And that is what is kind of happening right now. Women know that they're very powerful creatures. A lot of them don't know how powerful they really are. And a lot of women are getting to know and see that reflected into this reality as, things progress. I think most things are going to be more um, ran by women in the future anyway. So I think that's what it's preparing us for. And all that, all that stuff that needs to be released and maybe dealt with, it's better to get it all out now and allow women to be who they really are meant to be, and let the darkness kind of allow itself to manifest. And the more we learn, the more knowledge that we'll receive, and the less darkness there will be. Okay, there you go. You have a boyfriend who you've been with for 5 years on paper, well off. You're well off because of him financially, good credit, supports your business endeavors. He gets off on grooming me. Okay, well, that's wonderful. I didn't know. Well, as long as you're getting your money, I guess. I mean, I don't know how I'd feel about that. But if that's what he likes, it would be an act for me. It really wouldn't be real. Okay. I'd really secretly be grooming him psychologically. So, but good for you. It's most psychological if you have a good grasp on your psyche. It really helps with understanding your inner mysteries. Exactly. I feel like women are about to take charge of a lot of things, and this is kind of allowing that, um, that dark goddess energy to, it's like out with the old, in with the new type of thing, and that needs to be done. Out with the old way of thinking, in with a new way of thinking. Out with the fear of this and in with the knowledge of this. So that's how I feel. Yeah. Okay, so yes, whenever you're looking at movies and music that's coming out, pay attention to the lyrics, pay attention to what they're trying to show you. And because a lot of that is preparing us for what is unfolding and what is to come. So make sure you're looking at it symbolically. Um, and I would say, don't really feed or contribute or buy into anything that you don't want to see in your future. Um, and that will kind of allow you to create, the type of world and the life that you really want. So be sure to also use like your environment, um, and the weather and um, seasons and things like that to help your magic. Like, we're getting into the darker half of the year now. The days are getting shorter. And so it's better time to work with darker energies, or not work with, but take on the archetype of darker goddesses and darker energies. Um, when I say take on the archetype, I mean learn about them and create how they would create. Like, it's almost like you're stepping into their shoes. Okay. So learn, like, I have a book about a bunch of dark goddesses, and it's by Sierra Campbell, and it's just called Dark Goddess Magic. And you can learn about all different goddesses and whichever one that you're attracted to, or you can work with all of them. It doesn't even matter at any time. But whichever one that you feel like most drawn to, or the most like, or the one you want to be most like, maybe you should study them and take on their archetype. It's very fun. Um, a lot of deities are just based on archetypes and personality types and that kind of stuff anyway. So it really doesn't matter. You said, will CERN affect your magic? If you want it to. Remember, CERN can't exist without magic. So CERN was created to figure out magic. It still won't be able to. Um, yeah, to me, it's not what people think it is. It's simply an excuse to create different worlds and not have people think it's themselves. Like, honestly, that's us, baby. I feel like that's more of our energy than it is any type of machine. But in order for us not to feel like we have that much power, they have to create a conspiracy or a machine to do those things. And it could also be a reflection of what happens within us, as above, so below, as within, so without. It could just be a way to show us what we're actually doing on a grander scale within. So I feel like without us, and as an example, they wouldn't know how to create or even come up with that idea anyway. Um, I'm serious. Most ideas come from studying of the human psyche, the human physical body, and all of that. So we already possess that. That's why it can manifest into this world, because we already possess that power and the ability to do whatever they claim CERN does. Hmm. The computer is based on the brain, exactly. And they still can't figure out the brain. Mhm. So that's why I'm saying, whatever they come up with that you can touch and manifest is never going to be as powerful as the one who has created it. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much and how hard it tries or they try, nothing will ever manifest physically more powerful or more intelligent than what we possess magically within ourselves. Mhm. How can you unlock blockages and limiting belief when it comes to making money from your passions? Don't care what other people think and do it for fun and take out the word block, take out the word limiting and beliefs because you don't need a belief and you don't need any of that to do your passions. You just have to have the ability and the means to do it. So I don't think of it in those terms. Think of it like little kids don't think in those terms. Think like a child. When they want to go do something, they don't think about what's going to stop them. All they think about is doing it and they go do it. So I just feel like you should just go and do it and don't think about the other things because the more you think about something, the more it's going to manifest. Don't think about it. There are no blockages. You are the blockage because you keep thinking that there are blockages. So just stop thinking about the blockages and go do what you love to do. That's that simple. Um, Eventually, it will work itself out. So, for example, if you love to draw, if you love to paint, if you love to craft, then go do that. Just draw, craft, paint, do whatever you need to do. You're going to have a bunch of stuff that you've painted, crafted, or whatever. And then when you've gathered all the stuff that you love to do and you continuously doing it, you're going to have so much stuff piled up. You're like, okay, well, maybe I just need to sell this. People asking to buy it. Oh, I should sell this. Okay, there's no more blockages if you continue just to do what you love every day, as if, that's what you love to do and that's what you're going to do anyway. Yeah, there are no blockages. Like, if you could name one blockage as far as money is concerned, there are people that make sculptures out of toilet paper. There are people that find a way to do what they need to do until they get the money to do what they really want to do. You know what I'm saying? Just use what you already have until you get to that next level. How? Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle, suit lifestyle. Um, you said no ring after 5 years, or yeah, then stop. If after 5 years you ain't giving me no ring, you ain't getting no sex. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I mean that's easy magic. Close your leg magic. Sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. Cross your legs and don't open it until a ring is there. It's magic. You see how fast that ring will appear. All right. Tell him he ain't getting no more till you get that ring. See what happens. You're gonna have a ring tomorrow. Sometimes y'all don't need magic. Y'all just need common sense. You said he had work on them. Y'all are silly. Yes, please lock it up until he give you a ring, baby. All right. If you ask why, it's just like I'm manifesting, and in order to manifest, I need to be celibate. Well, what are you manifesting? A ring? I have to have my full attention on this ring. Num yo ho ring you. No sex. I can't be distracted. Okay, do that. I promise you'll get your ring. Okay, there you go. I said, I don't know, 5 years, 1 year. Did I read it wrong? I'm not sure, but stop giving it up and you get your ring. Tell him you're going to be celibate until you get a ring and a date. Then be celibate again until you get that wedding date. You know the rest. Keep going. All right. How do you tell him to do a grand gesture proposal? Well, maybe you can tell him about how you always wish to be proposed to or just something grand and see if he follows through. Or watch a movie with a grand proposal and make some comments like, oh my God, I would love a proposal similar to that. Have movie night. But yeah, sometimes the power of suggestion is also very magical because you're actually, putting that intention into his mind, ladies. And if you're always thinking about something and talking about it, you're definitely going to put that into his mind. Like when you see a nice person on the street with a beautiful family, it's like, oh, I can't wait to get married and have, kids. That's if y'all have been dating for a while, not on the first date. Don't do that. If y'all are in a serious relationship, and marriage is definitely the next step. But, put those intentions, start watching movies based on marriage and family, compliment ladies' wedding rings when you see them out and about. Just start looking at more family oriented and marriage and couple oriented type activities and stuff like that. Just surround yourself in that life. Maybe move into an area where there's more married couples and less single people. Prepare your environment for the life that you want to create. Start dressing like a wife. I don't know, whatever that means for y'all. What about stubborn women? How do we get her to be attracted to you? Earn some more money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Money always gets you attraction, baby. It's like a magnet for women. You can be ugly, just have some money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. It's called money magic. All right. Tell him you love how romantic he is. Yes. So, doing magic on stuff like that, like love, attraction, and things like that, do it on yourself first. I always say, love yourself and do attraction spell on yourself first. Make sure you're taken care of first, because if you don't think you hot, if you're not attracted to yourself, if you don't have the confidence within, then no one is going to have that about you either. So start working on your self confidence as a man first. There you go. And women aren't stubborn, they're picky and they have standards. It's not being stubborn, it's picky and having standards. So if you can't meet the standards, um, if they're very picky, it's going to be hard. So you're going to have to find out what their standards are and try to meet them. Because women have standards. I mean, that's all it. A lot of women grow up creating standards for the lifestyle that they want. And if they get outside those standards, they're not going to have the life they want. They're going to choose a man who don't live up to the standards, and they're going to always be unhappy with them. And so instead of wasting your time, they're just not going to be interested in you if you cannot meet their standards. So you got to meet them standards. So maybe do some work for yourself, some self-improvement work. You're trying to manifest a job that does not yet exist, but I have put together a list of things that I would like for my dream job. Any ideas on what I can do to manifest this job? Yes, start your own business and make your own job. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's the only way you're going to have the perfect job, and that list is going to come into fruition is if you create that job for yourself. Okay? So figure out how to do that. And if you don't have a boss, then you can take off whenever you want and go on vacation whenever you want. But what if you did Reiki session on over the internet and learned over time that Reiki is in person, and a person was doing magic on your life, and now you have to you need your way out of. I wouldn't even believe any of that, darling. First of all, somebody took a course online, printed out a certificate to do some Reiki on you. You paid them to to do some stuff over the internet, and for some reason you believe that they were doing some type of magic on you. Maybe they were just trying to pay their rent that month. Maybe they were just trying to get your money because they spent money on a course to do a Reiki class and get a certificate. You're much more powerful than that. I'm too good for that. Like, and remember, if somebody had to take a Reiki class online, print out a certificate, ask you for money, Do you really think that they're more powerful than you? I'm gonna be laughing all day, like this fool. You know what I'm saying? So if you believe that, that's what you will get. You need to think more like this. I just paid someone who probably just printed out their Reiki certificate so they can make their rent this month. Like, just think of it as charity work. You gave them some money. They said their little words and did their little thing. Everybody wins. Okay. You believe what you needed to believe at the time. Don't go back and think it's some weird stuff on you now. That's called psychological warfare. Okay. Because if you had believed that they were putting a positive money spell on you, you might have got some money. Okay. So think of it like that. They was putting a money spell on me. I'm getting paid. Think the opposite if that's what you really think. If you think that they were taking money from you, think that they were giving money to you. They did a prosperity spell on me. That's why I'm getting paid and always will be. Thank you, Reiki certificate printing out person. Sprinkle, sprinkle, you know, switch it up. Your mind is your magic. Your mind creates your reality. So if you believe that, that's what it's going to create. If you believe what I just told you, then that's what you're going to create. It's whatever you want. And if that's what you want, that's what you got. If that's what you think about, if that's what you fear, if that's what you worry about, if that's what your thoughts are on all day, that's what you're going to create. So think of it differently. If someone literally did a Reiki session online and you paid them, imagine what your money went to: a bill, a phone bill. Okay. If they could do magic to take money away, don't you think that they wouldn't be wasting their time doing Reiki and just doing money spells to get them some money? You think they really had to go pay for a class to print out a receipt? No. I mean, a certificate? No. They wouldn't even have to take the class. They knew the magic already. So don't be fooled. Just get your money. This is why I say if you fear magic, if you fear people are putting spells on you, don't even worry, don't even practice it, don't even partake in it. Because you're going to mess yourself up. If you don't think you're the most powerful thing in your world, then don't bother with it. You said, do you believe in Reiki as a form of healing? If I needed to believe that at the time to get some sort of healing, then I would. But honestly, I told you I don't stick to certain beliefs 24/7. I use the belief when I need it and I let it go when I'm not using it. Okay? No one can put a spell on you. hmm So just think about it like that. If you don't, then you're doomed to think whatever you think. You said that drove your best friend crazy, kept accusing me of doing things to her, and it was someone else magic wasn't for her. Yeah. If you do magic and you always constantly think people are doing magic on you, stop, get away from it all, and go back to church or do whatever. If you're too paranoid for magic. You went into Magic Week. You know what I'm saying? And when I say you went into Magic Week, you went into magic looking for something that you already were. Okay. You don't go into Magic Week. You go into magic as the most powerful form of magic. Okay. You going into Magic Week, get out until you realize who you are. Mhm. Then go back in and you'll get whatever you want. It'll start manifesting in your life. You'll start to see signs and symbols of everything you're trying to attract to yourself. If you go in superstitious, if you go in fearful, if you go in paranoid, that's exactly the experience you're going to have. If you go in as the most powerful person in magic, then you go in to win. Okay. You have to think like that. If you don't think like that, then You're always going to be thinking, oh, somebody did a spell on me. Oh, what if this don't work? Oh, woe is me. Go in thinking you're the most powerful and you have everything you need. And it's only a matter of getting it done, manifesting it, doing the spell work, or thinking about it to get you to the next level. And that's it. There's no obstacles, there's no one in your way. Everything moves in the direction that you want it to move in. Okay. I'm not gonna answer stupid questions unless you pay me. So if y'all just trying to ask a question to ask a question, make it good. All right. Um, or you can learn how to turn your mindset around and have it work for you instead, victim or victor mindset. Exactly. You don't think anybody finds you important enough to be casting magic on me? Exactly. Like, why would they waste their time and energy on you when they could be doing something good for themselves? If they're petty and trying to do magic on you, they're weak anyway, and their magic is not going to be as powerful as you, so it won't work anyway. That's my thoughts. If you're stupid enough to use all your energy and try to do magic on someone and use it against them when you could be using it for yourself, then you're stupid and your magic ain't gonna work on me. That's just my mentality. You dumb. Wasting energy. You said, why do I keep attracting dumb questions? I guess to make myself look smart. I don't know, child, but uh, how do you cast an attraction spell in yourself? Well, first of all, you have to feel attractive. Every day you gotta feel attractive. If you don't feel attractive, make yourself feel as attractive as you can by doing what you can on the outside. Okay? Brush your teeth, put some deodorant on, do your hair, put some lipstick on, put some makeup on if you're a girl, or make sure your skin is good or whatever. Just make sure you look and feel your best every day. Then do your attraction spell while you're feeling attractive. Put on a nice outfit while you do the spell. Put on some music that makes you feel attractive. Maybe put a picture up where you thought you looked good or something like that while you're doing the spell work so that you feel attractive. And once you put that intention out and that energy out, walk in that energy every day. Okay. hmm The stupidest thing is someone trying to do work on a practitioner. I know. If y'all are trying to do work against people, honestly, I mean, I can understand if someone did you dirty, blah, 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 blah. I'd rather confront people for real instead of trying to do magic behind their back. I just cuss them out and be getting it over with or whatever. But if you got to do stuff like magically, ask yourself, is it because you're a chicken and can't approach them in the real world? Um, if you're trying to do something and if it's not beneficial to you, don't waste your time, your supplies, or your energy. Try to find something that's beneficial to you that may just, work in your favor, um, and maybe make the other person a little bit jealous or whatever. That's fine, but you don't need to be using all your energy and focusing on another person that you don't like or that you have something against. Use that to better yourself because then it makes you look better. And that's all, that's the best revenge anyway. Okay. What if you do magic on someone by accident? I don't think you can do magic on someone by accident. I feel like if you do, you need to put intention and purpose into your magic. So I don't think any magic is by accident. Okay. Yeah. Girl, I think I finally met my TF. I don't know what that is, but I think I met two of them. I don't know what a TF is, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You usually do speak over work. Run out. Thank you. I don't believe in twin flames. So I don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Goddess of Tarot. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. I don't believe in twin flames. I think it's silly. Is magic really there for us to use? It is. If you're using it, think about it, manifest, do spell work, it's there. Oils, tinctures, herbs, plants, you know, oils. Yeah, I don't believe in twin flames. Honestly, people want you to believe in twin flames so much. That's why I don't believe in it. If people weren't pushing it so hard, maybe I would consider it. But when you try to push something that hard, I'm very skeptical and suspicious. Okay? You said you just meant soulmate person. Don't believe in that either. Sorry. Um, mhm. How to curse someone mentality only? I don't think you can curse someone's mentality. I think it's already pretty much what it is. The best thing that you can do is just to continue to be yourself. Because if someone is bothered by you, they're going to continuously be bothered by you, just being who you naturally are. Just be the best version of yourself, and that'll get them, baby. I think you married to your soulmate, though. Um, I don't believe in soulmates. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I just feel like, think about arranged marriages. Think about people that marry people that they hardly know. I mean, I don't believe in soulmates. I don't believe in twin flames. I don't believe in any of that. What I believe in is my magic. Okay? A lot of people feel that, but they don't realize that's your own magic at work. Did you manifest someone who's specifically going to do whatever you want, who's going to be the best version of the person for you, who's always going to be by your side? Did you manifest that? Did you do spell work for that? Well, why don't you take the credit then? Why are you going to give it to um, quote unquote twin flame or soulmate? I did that. That's all me. Okay. If I hadn't spoken, if I hadn't had those intentions, maybe I would have never met a certain person. That doesn't mean they're my twin flame or my soulmate. That just means whatever my standards were, whatever I manifested, the type of person that I wanted, I got. Period. Now, if you want to give that power to quote unquote twin flame energy or soulmate, then give it to them. But I'm not. I'm claiming my stuff. Y'all need to study. Claim your magic, ladies. Because as soon as a dusty start talking about you, my soulmate, I'm your soulmate, I'm out. Soulmates, oh, you're my soulmate. You can't leave me. Yes, I can. Because I'll go manifest another one. Okay. If, so I don't feel like there's a soulmate. I feel like I have the power to manifest exactly what I need and want. Period. If And now, if you think I'm your soulmate, maybe you manifested me, baby. I don't know. Could be what you need and want. You might just have to wait in line. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You know, who am I to judge what you manifested? Anyway, moving on. Claim your power too. How to curse someone mentally using dark energy. You don't. Honestly, I like on if you're trying to curse someone, go do better. They'll be driven mad by your success. Okay. If they don't like you at all, just go do everything that they didn't want you to do. Just go have fun. I don't believe in cursing people mentally because honestly, if they don't believe in curses, it ain't gonna work anyway, baby. So you're gonna waste all your energy and supplies trying to curse someone mentally, and they're gonna be walking around perfectly fine. And it's you who's gonna go mad trying to figure out if the spell is working. Who cares? Move on with your life, make it better than what it is, and then don't worry about that other person. If they did you really dirty, then confront them in real life. Okay. That's the best thing I can tell you. How can you apply all the knowledge you know with people around me that don't support me? Okay, well, don't look to those people for support. Look for yourself and like-minded people. Um, and maybe the type of support that you need is not going to come from the people that you think it should come from. Sometimes you got to go out and find a support system, baby. That will be on my other channel. Okay. Sometimes your support system is not going to come from those who you think it should come from. Sometimes you got to go out and find one or do some magic to find one or attract one to you. Okay. You said people was trying to curse Trump. Meanwhile, his behind was thriving, getting more supporters and three more. You can't curse people who don't believe in that. Fake news, baby. If he don't believe the news, why in the heck would he believe in a curse? You can't curse narcissist people. They just don't care enough. In order for a curse to work, they have to believe. And that's just it. If you don't even believe the news, how you gonna believe a curse? Why does practicing magic end up making us believe in ourselves like never before? Because it's always been there. We're just rediscovering it. Mhm. These silly suburban girls in the house grabbing rat fur, trying to curse Trump. Rat fur. First of all, where you get rat fur at, and second of all, why is you touching it? Um, I'm not going that far. And see, and not to talk down on other people who practice magic because everybody practices in their own way. The best way to curse someone that's like a Trump character is to not pay attention to them. Okay, there you go. That's it. And they still won't care, but you won't help them get more because, narcissists, I think a lot of people who think like that are very good at transmuting any type of energy coming their way into something beneficial to them. So just don't even waste your energy. Just better whatever cause that you need to be better. You believe you can curse someone who don't believe happen daily in Haiti. Well, if you honestly, if you live in a place where everyone believes in a certain thing, then they're gonna fall belief or victim to some type of belief eventually because everybody else believes around you. So, but if you barely talk to people, if you don't talk spirituality to people, if you're around a bunch of people that you don't really conversate with, they're not going to be able to persuade you something is real or not. Hmm. The pull and appeal of a narcissist is what we dealers end up falling for, especially women. Yeah, and depending on why you're with a narcissist, are you there to learn? I mean, if that's the only reason to get there, Attraction is also a form of magic. It is. If you influence others to ignore them, also they'll definitely get a narc out of business who can care that doesn't deal with. Honestly, narcs don't care about anybody but themselves, and they only make moves to benefit themselves. So there's nothing you can really do. They're going to find their way right back to where they were because that's just their focus. I think the best thing to do is learn from them and their positive attributes and just leave them alone because a lot of times if you're attracted to narcs, it's because you have a victim mentality. So the best thing to do is learn from them and move along. That's a true magician. That's true transmutation. That is true alchemy. If you are bothered in some type of way, then you're not using your magic at all. You are falling in victimhood. Get out of that and use your magic to create and make your life better. Every person that you encounter, you should learn from. Take something beneficial as far as knowledge is concerned and better yourself, no matter what the experience was. Okay. And I feel like people are way too sensitive, and that's why a lot of that's what they call it sympathetic magic, or a lot of magic works on very sensitive people because it's easy to get you to think something. And if you believe something or think it long enough, then you're going to start see, symbolisms and things like that manifesting in your world, and then you're just going to start believing it. But if you don't believe it to begin with, and you're just, basically not caring and staying unbothered, then it's going to definitely phase itself out, and you're not going to have to worry about anything. You said it's a mysterious world, as it should be. I mean, what else would it be if it wasn't? It'd be boring. Yeah, I mean, who wants to live in a boring world? At least have something interesting. Ex- Exactly. You said people that have been baptized have been cursed. Mhm. Well, only if they know they've been baptized, or if it counts. You know what I'm saying? Or if they don't believe it, then it's not true. So it just depends on what you believe. Oh, Samara, sprinkle, sprinkle. What about baptizing dolls? How to decode that on quantum? Honestly, they fell in some water. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You sneeze on somebody, you just baptize them. So everybody curse because I know everybody been sneezed on. Then what? Now what we gonna do? Everybody done fell in some water at one time or another, and everybody done got sneezed on. So everybody's cursing, right? It's not true. It's only what you believe. Okay. Yes, the elixirs are on my Etsy store, Dark Realm. Y'all can go get them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let me find the link for you guys. Start on phase one. Oh, hold on. Let me get the link. Linky link. Mhm. Mm, Here we go. So, a lot of you guys have been taking the elixirs. How do you like them? They totally changed my life. I remember. Get them elixirs. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We don't ship internationally, only in the US. So, sorry if you are international. If you know someone that lives in the US, maybe they can ship them to you after they get them. How to make someone believe in your curse without telling them. Um, well, they have to believe in curses to begin with. They have to believe that they can be cursed. That's the only way. If they don't believe any of those things, it's not going to happen. But if they do, if they have a way to believe that they can be cursed, then they'll start slowly start to believe it. Okay. If you tell them, they're not going to believe it. They just have to witness certain things, maybe catch you reading a book about spells, see you lighting a candle. You just have to subtly allow them to know that you know magic. They'll start to put the dots together, and that'll be that. Hmm. Can you give us a brief synopsis of each elixir and their functions? They are written. The descriptions are written in the Etsy description, and I know phase one gives you a lot of energy and ideas, and I had a lot of, um, you know, more vivid dreams on phase one. Got me to get up and start doing a lot more, gave me all these great money making ideas, and just took me to the next level. So, if you get a chance, just go read the reviews on my Etsy store and read the descriptions on each product. And I believe I have a whole video describing a lot of them. So if you just type in elixirs or something like that, and on my video page and look them up, you can find it. Okay. Do you think you can use magic to get a husband? You're 25 and haven't practiced magic ever. I need your advice on. That's more for my other channel. But if you're looking for a husband, then and you're 25, I don't know where you're from, or what type of belief system you have, or anything like that. But if I was a 25-year-old looking for a husband, I would look like I was looking for a husband. And I would find and be looking for a man who looks like he wanted to be a husband and had enough money to be a husband. You know what I mean? That's what I'd be looking for. So, first, you need to write a list down of what you need your husband to be, all the standards and attributes you want him to have. Then maybe do an attraction spell for someone that fits that description. Yes. Make sure you um, write that list though. What are some examples of magic we do every day without knowing good and bad? Wishing, talking, thinking. Mm, Everything you do is magic, basically. You just aren't aware of it. If you were aware of it, you'd see a lot of your magic working a lot faster. So, the more aware you are of how magic works and what is magical, the more results you're going to see. Sometimes that's not good or bad. Sometimes it just is what it is. So if you're always thinking about something negative and you're very aware of how magic works, then negativity is going to start to manifest in your life. That's why before you become fully aware, you need to train your mindset to only think about those things that are beneficial to you and to those, that it could affect. So just it's beneficial. Mhm. How can you use someone's hair in magic? It just holds their DNA and their frequency, but um, you can use it however way you need to use it. If you're doing spell work on someone, um, it's just a part of them that's going to energetically be involved in the frequency and the vibration that you're putting out into the universe. That's it. You can also use stuff that people have touched. You can use their writing, so on and so forth. But if they don't believe in it and if they're very powerful and strong, if it's not to benefit them and they don't accept any negativity in their life, it's negative things are not going to work on them. So, for example, if you get a hold on one second. If you get a one second. I have to put out this candle. It's not going to. It's too far away. I don't even know if that's going to work. This is quite interesting. don't have my little candle put her out. So to smother this fire. There. All right, sorry. Um, yeah, if they don't believe in that kind of stuff, it doesn't work on them. They have to believe. It may temporarily give them a feeling or a nudge in your direction or of a thought, but if they're a very positive thinker and if they really are focused on what they want and what they're trying to do with their lives, it's not going to have much of an effect on them. Okay. They have to be accepting of whatever it is that the spell work is trying to present. Okay. Is there an opposite to magic? Yes. It is not being present. Um, it's not being present. It's not acknowledging and understanding your own power and the effect that you have on your own life. It's just being very mundane and unaware. I feel like that's the opposite of magic. It's kind of like being asleep and not knowing much. It's kind of dull. Hmm. You feel like if you want someone else's hair, you crazy. Yeah, living on autopilot. Autopilot, exactly. Now, I also believe that if you do spell work on people and perhaps in your life, things will manifest or will be revealed to you that your spell is working. But at the same time, it may not have the same effect that you wanted it to have or thought that it would have on other people or that specific person. Maybe your glimpse or the news that you got about that specific person changed in the next second or the next day and things worked out for them, but you got the news that if you try to do something bad or something good or whatever, it worked for you. And that's your, you know, spell working. But at the same time, if they don't walk in that vibration, they won't walk in it very long. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are way too powerful and know themselves too much to be affected by spell work. And a lot of people continuously target or try to target those type of people. And that's why I say it's always going to be a waste of energy unless those people believe. Mhm. And the only way to get those type of people to really notice or get affected by you as a person or as an individual is for you to get on their level and beyond. Because if they're always continuously looking for something better, if they're very positive, if they're always thinking great, if they're always, not focused on anything negative, then you're definitely going to have to get their attention in a positive way. So that's why I say use magic to improve yourself if you want to be noticed by certain people. You know what I'm saying? Or just focus on yourself and don't worry about other people because sometimes the magic that you do on other people is literally for you. It's literally for you to improve yourself. Hmm. You said, what if they have a return to sender? I don't see. This is why I don't really. This is why I feel like some forms of magic are like petty, and like real magic does not consist of people going back and forth. Like this is just my. This is like silly. That's children's stuff. Okay. Real magic has no competition, has no return to sender, has no none of that. It's just creating the life that you want. Period. All that other stuff is silliness and like menial and elementary. So if y'all are practicing that sort of magic, that's what you're going to manifest. That's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to continue to get. That is going to be your lifestyle. That is the world you're going to create. Silliness, paranoia, People sending stuff back and forth to each other. Why don't y'all just get on a mailing list and mail each other and trash talk each other in a letter? It's easier. Why don't y'all just get online and trash talk? Why don't y'all just get under there in the comment section and under an anonymous name and trash talk whoever it is? Why don't y'all just troll on it? It's easier. You're gonna waste less ingredients. Talk about their mama if you want. But for me, doing magic really means focusing on improving and creating the life that you want. It has nothing to do with tit for tat, doing this and that to other people. I don't care if I don't see you on a daily basis. If you're not benefiting me, I don't care what you're doing. So you said it's called Twitter. Exactly. This is why a lot of people don't bother with other people because they're too busy creating and manifesting the life that they desire. They don't need other people interfering with them, you know? And so sometimes you have to learn how to do that. Sometimes you have to drop a lot of these people who are not in your best interest and do magic for yourself and for your family and for your self improvement. Stop worrying about everything on the outside. You know, like I don't care enough about other people to waste my stuff on them. Like, ah, hmm you said I'm doing spells on someone's doing spells on you, fallen star. Well, do a spell on yourself. Join the crowd, then. I don't know. Okay. Is there a limit to how powerful magic can get? Like, can I bring a dead bird back to life? First of all, why would you want to bring a dead bird back to life? That's number one. Like, what's the point? You have to ask yourself why you're doing certain things, you know. So the best way, if you want to bring the dead back to life, reanimate the dead. That's all I can tell you. You know, practice mediumship. You'll be fine. All right. Just start tweeting and chirping, and there you brought the bird spirit back to life and reanimated it through your voice. Okay. Um, Sometimes magic is seen on television as resurrecting a life. Okay, you can do that with medical terms, electricity, all this kind of stuff. You need extra tools and supplies. Okay. Um, People call it magic because they can't explain, scientific terms. But I'm talking about creating the life that you want. I'm sure a dead bird is not going to, affect how you create your life. So, is it really necessary? There'd be if birds didn't die, there'd be bird poop everywhere. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, I think that you're doing spells on someone else. You have a problem with yourself. Okay, what's the symbolic of again? Okay, I don't know. Y'all talking to each other? I don't know. Okay, there's plenty of living birds. So what would that accomplish exactly? Okay, raise the dead bird. The mama already raised the bird. The bird is old and is gone now. Okay. Like y'all have to stop thinking silly. Y'all stop thinking so silly. Y'all are asking silly questions. If y'all had all this power and magic in the world, are y'all really gonna go out and try to raise dead birds? Create the life you want. Focus on that. You said, how can you talk to Marilyn Monroe? Go find somebody named Marilyn Monroe and talk to her. There you go. I'm sure there's someone out there named Marilyn Monroe you can go find and talk to. See, there's the answer for everything. There you go. How can you practice mediumship? Your fiance was murdered and you want to know if he's okay. No, he's not okay, baby. He was murdered. I'm sorry for your loss, but he is in another place. Um, Perhaps give him it's only July. Look for symbols and things that appeal to you that looks like he's trying to communicate. That's how the dead communicate, through symbols, through specific special symbols that mean stuff specifically to you and them. Okay. So just look for that. Look for like things that were special to you and them, and it will stand out. And that's how they communicate, using symbols and things that you can see. If you are a natural medium, then it's going to be through your thoughts. Okay. If you're trying to be on the Scarlet Witch level with the intention setting, I would say don't aim for any specific level. Just create the world you want. Okay. Because if you're trying to strive for a level or to be like someone else, you're not gonna create the world that you're trying to create. You're gonna be influenced by someone else's, version of it. So just create how you want to create. Mhm. You heard something about using mirrors as a way to make wishes come true. Um, you don't need to wish, you just need to manifest. Wishes are for people that ask permission or ask for something. We're more powerful than that. We don't need to wish. It's like a trick. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have to wish, then you don't know who you are. You just are. You create it. Okay. So that's what I feel like. Like, don't wish for anything, just manifest it. Say it's already done. Be grateful to already have it. Wishing for stuff means you don't have the power to grant it. That means it's not in your control. It means that you're hoping and that it comes through. And if it does, oh well. If it does, great. If it doesn't, oh well, my wish didn't come true. There's no options in creating. It just is. Hmm. Do I believe in psychic detectives? I don't know. I believe that people are smart and they pay very close attention and they're very aware of things that many people are not. Because, like, okay, the regular, everyday, mundane person will not see the same things or hear the same things or notice the same things as a person who is very aware, highly aware of details, knowledgeable about certain things, and they're not going to see the same thing. So you're going to have to find someone who's very aware. It doesn't even have to be on the psychic level, it just has to be super aware and knowledgeable about certain things. What if your queen is a magical goddess? Then that's what you got. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you wish to contact a murdered person, you might as well be playing games. But does anyone know what it means to find a mirror in front of your mailbox? Somebody dropped a mirror. How to not reincarnate back here? Reincarnate over there. That's how. Write down where you want to reincarnate to, and that's where you go. Mentally, spiritually, whatever. Where to find men who are free thinkers and non religious yet still believe in husbandry? Um, in their house, sprinkle, sprinkle. First of all, you're not going to find somebody who believes in all that stuff. You got to make them believe. Don't you know your power as a woman? You're not going to find that. You're just going to have to go create it. They might not believe in none of that until you come along. Make them believe, baby. That's what they call make believe. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Make them believe. You're not going to find it created. You find a perfect specimen, then go make it happen. Y'all forget y'all's power. Like y'all think y'all are powerless when you are the most powerful things on the planet. That's why magic is everywhere at your fingertips to use. Whatever you doubt, stop doubting it and just go do it. Basically, that's all magic really is. No more doubt, understanding that you are a creator and that you create your own world, and that's it. Remove the doubt and just go and make the life you want. That's right. So use it everywhere. Like if you want to raise at your job and you're tired of working and getting paid scraps, your magic can come from being super creative in your own right by saying, you know what, this could be my last week. I've been offered a higher paying position, and I'm just trying to ask one more time before I leave if you would like to increase my pay before I start over somewhere else and build up someone else's company. You know, you can lie. You ain't got to beg. You can lie. And tell them it's to their competition, you know? And tell them you know the boss's son and y'all are dating. And tell them all this stuff that's not 100% true, but they don't know. And get your money. Well, my boyfriend or my fiance, his dad is actually, you know, the vice president or the CEO at this other company, and they were really trying to get me to go over there and work for them. But I really love working here. I'm comfortable. They say it's pathetic what I make, and I really don't want to go and work for your competition because, you know, I really like this company. I don't even know if it's going to work out that, you know, for me and this guy, but you know, they are, you know, trying to get me to go work for them. I prefer to still stay here. So what can we do? Make what you want in this world. Don't just take what they give you. Create what you want. They're gonna lie to you as to why they can't give you no raise. Don't lie to them is why they need to give you a raise. It doesn't matter. There you go. How did you become this savvy your way with words? I just don't care. When you don't care what other people think, you're free to speak your own mind. Literally, like you just stop caring what people think and say what you want. Say it in a way that you most likely going to get what you want, but don't fear the results of whatever you're going to say. Hmm. How did I decode the movie Divergent? Um, I didn't. It wasn't nothing to decode. It was just some futuristic people that had the ability to manifest. It's nothing to decode. Um, People that accepted their place in society versus people that accepted themselves as all powerful. It's just the same thing everywhere. You just you pretend when you need to, exactly. So using your magic also means using your mind and knowing. Magic, a lot of magic is creating and then knowing that you're a creator. Not hoping, not wishing, not praying, not, you know, but knowing and just creating. That's it. And we have these little tools everywhere to help us remember that how powerful we are and what they can remind us of. And, you know, their frequency and magic can be used in addition to our own, like herbs, flowers, tinctures, oils, colors, anything that makes us vibrate on a different frequency that we're trying to vibrate on in a mhm. Does magic always have consequences? Yeah, to get what you want. The consequence is to get what you want. There you go. When you get up to go to work every day and you punch that clock, does that create consequence? Yes, it's called your paycheck. Do they take taxes out? Maybe so. Yes, sometimes. Um, but you're gonna get it back eventually, or are they gonna pave a road or bribe a senator? It doesn't matter. But you're going to get a result. Okay. So magic is for results or no results at all. So that's another thing. Like sometimes if you do magic and you get no results at all, then you have to understand like perhaps the no results at all is the magic. This is going to be crazy, but you really have to think about it. So it's your answer. It's your answer. If you're doing spell work for something and it's not, you've done spell work for something else to say, I only want things that are going to benefit me and that are good for me and that are good for everybody surrounding me and that this doesn't hurt anybody. And then you do a spell for something and it doesn't manifest. It's because it wasn't going to be beneficial to you. It wasn't going to be helpful to you or those around you. And so you must just say, okay, well, I need to find another way to get what I want that is beneficial for me and those around me. So you must either reword the spell or rework it from a different angle. So, for example, if you're trying to like break up someone's relationship because you want the person, well, instead of breaking up the relationship because it would have a bad effect on this and this and this and that, perhaps simply allow them to find a better relationship with other people. You know what I'm saying? It's not breaking it up. You're not breaking it up. They're just meeting someone, and then it will be their decision to break it up. You know what I'm saying? So you're not breaking up anybody's relationship. You're simply allowing them to meet other people, and then it's their decision to take it to the next level. So you did nothing but help them meet someone that they had a lot more in common with, who they were more attracted to. That's it. Might not break them up. They might just get a side chick or a side dude. But at the same time, you have to realize you just have to rework things from different angles if you're not seeing any results. You say you want somebody to break up with their loser girlfriend. Well, do what you got to do. It doesn't, it doesn't matter. Just hopefully it'll work in your favor and everyone else's favor. Thanks for that. You want make like do a spell for her to meet the man of her dreams. Everything she ever wanted. There you go. Help her out. Shoot. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. There you go. Why are you laughing? It's true. You're also helping people. Yeah, the guy have to like you though. Yeah. Can I explain how to do it in detail? No, I can't. I have so many spells on my spells playlist. If you go to my channel page on YouTube and just click playlists, spells will come up, and there's all different types of spells that will be explained to you, and you can do them. Um, you said watch Ashira's touring homes video, and you will see her in action. Exactly. I manifested my home. Hmm. And I will manifest many more great things in my life in the future. I'm just timing is everything. Okay. You watched you since 6 years and you are like an aunt to me. Thank you. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, thank you for being subscribed for 6 years. I was gonna say 10. I've been on YouTube for 10 years, maybe longer, but these channels for 10 years. Hmm. Isn't spells just the mind at work? Yes. But you're taking physical items that have frequencies and putting your intention into that, which also increases the frequency of what your mind is thinking. So it's kind of like if you were an artist and you were going to paint a picture of something that you were thinking about, you would use certain colors, certain strokes, or lighting, or whatever to create this painting to convey what you felt or whatever. If you're someone who wrote poems or books or songs, uh, you would put that into words and lyrics and make it rhyme and things like that. So it's just a way to increase the frequency of what it is that you are manifesting on the physical plane. It's kind of like, okay, so you have something physically that's also vibrating the same as your mind when it's thinking about what it is you're trying to create. So you have the spell work and then you have your mind. So when your mind is on other things and thinking about other things, your spell work's still vibrating physically somewhere just as another mind. It's kind of like a makeshift mindset. And it's also a reminder when you forget and then you see your spell work and you're like, oh yeah, now I'm remembering and my mind's back on. So the frequency is now doubled. So if you have spell work laying around and it's vibrating, you might light a candle near it. You might sprinkle it with water. You might spray it with some water that you've charged. You might put a crystal nearby it or on it or in the spell work that you've charged. It's going to continuously vibrate because those type of things vibrate continuously. You can charge it in the sun. You can charge it with more water, crystals, whatever you've put your attention into. Some people bury their spell work near plants or trees so that it's symbolic for growing. The frequency is growing. So whatever it is that you're putting into that spell work, it's going to continuously vibrate on a frequency when your mind may be somewhere else. When you're not thinking of something, that's still vibrating. So it's still working. That's why I call it spell work because it works. It's working. Um, what about Jesus? Jesus turned water into wine. Okay. We know that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, how does the vibration attract each other on a quantum level? It's the same thing as your thought. It's kind of like clone meat. Y'all know I'm silly. It's kind of like clone meat, except it's like a cow, and then you have clone meat. Okay, the clone meat would be the spell, and you would be the cow. And when there's no more cows, or when they're tired of, farming and ranching cows, they go to the lab and get that clone meat and take it to the grocery store, and they say, "Here you go." It's still it's the physical manifestation in the same texture, the same frequency as the cow. It's just was grown in a lab in a different way. So your spell work is kind of like a clone of your own physical frequency using herbs, crystals, intentions, your own writing, or the hair or whatever from a person or yourself or whatever. It's a whole nother frequency. It's a whole nother replica of a vibration and a frequency in a working. When you're not physically sitting there thinking about it or meditating on it or writing it down or focusing on it, the spell work still is vibrating in that frequency. Okay, so it's like clone me. All her teachings led me to depression, but Jesus saves. Well, go ahead, baby. You used to follow her for okay. Well, Jesus saves. It saves people from being depressed if that's what you believe. If that's what you have to believe, that's what you believe. Um, There's some people who don't even know who Jesus is, like their culture doesn't include a Jesus. So, to each their own. I'm not gonna down Jesus. He did magic, he practiced necromancy too. Whatever. Maybe you like his magic better. Sprinkle sprinkle. I don't know. Maybe it's because he was a man. But I feel you. Meanwhile, have y'all bought my new lipsticks? This one is the color number 3, and this one is the color number 13. They're also weapons and pendants and pendulums. So you have a lipstick, a pendulum. You can put this on a chain, and a weapon all in one. They're on Level Up Cosmetics.us. Let me get y'all a link because I know y'all are curious. Where's yeah. Here we go. I'll get y'all the direct link to directly the lipstick. And I'll just give y'all the link to all my lipsticks. It should be the second one on there, unless I've added more in the future. But for now, it's the second one on there. And this is a long-lasting 24-hour lipstick. And so I'm going to put some on for you guys. I'm going to turn my lips red. You said I had you at weapons. I know. You walk into your car late at night. Somebody's sneaking up on you. You can stab them with that lipstick in the eye. I'm always thinking crazy stuff. Like, if you can't get your keys in time, you can have your lipstick. You put it on a chain and use it as a pendulum. Like, especially like when you run out, you can put something else in there and maybe snap the wand off, or maybe you can put your own lip gloss in there, or make your own when it runs out and just keep the container. And it's a necklace and a pendulum. Are there darker shades? I will be ordering more darker shades, and I do have more lipsticks coming, but number 13 is slightly darker than number 3. So I do have darker shades in other vials. The Level Up Coven vials. Let me see. Oh, yeah. I have a darker shade, and it's called Bewitched. It's a very darker shade. And there's other like more mauve-y shades. That link goes to all the lipsticks, so you can pretty much see all my shades. Yeah. Sprinkle. Can I make clear aloe gloss for men? Yeah, I was thinking about doing some, but we'll see. I might start a male section. Who knows? We'll see. So yes, when you do spell work, it's just like a part of yourself or something that's vibrating on that frequency continuously working for you. You like the vial? Thank you. The lipsticks don't have any fragrance, so it doesn't smell like anything. Not these. These are unscented. Thank you. So anyway, writing down things are also very magical because, first of all, when you write things down, you're more likely to do them. You're more likely to create ideas that reflect whatever you've written down. So you're more likely to follow through on things that you've written. So journals, books, notebooks are very magical. That's why people have grimoires, book of shadows, manifestation books, because you're more likely to create and do whatever it is that you've already created on paper, even if it's just words, because words are very much magical and spells. So be careful what you write. Make sure it's something that you want and something that you are trying to create. Or if you're a procrastinator, writing stuff down will help you do it faster than if you had never written it down. So pens are very magical. This is why I sell stationery, pens, and makeup, because all this stuff is very magical. Glamour, color magic, anything that boosts your frequency is definitely going to help you with your everyday, day to day magic. Pens, the ink is liquid. You can program and um, change the frequency of the ink with speaking on it. If you use a fountain pen, which I do also have, you can also charge that ink. Mix a little bit of it with some type of moon water, or whatever. Put some other type of substance that people add blood to their ink. I don't know, but whatever it is, you can incorporate your magic into whatever you do every day with you know without a lot of issues. If you do it ahead of time, you prepare your stuff in advance. Um, Charge your pens. Put your intentions into your paper, your journals, your lipstick, your I keep like crystals and stuff in my makeup bag or in my makeup drawer. Sometimes it charges it. Stuff like rose quartz for beauty and things like that. Feminine energy, use moonstone, keep it in your makeup bag. Just use everything that you have available in every way that you can. And you'll never really have to worry about, oh, am I doing enough magic? Am I spiritual enough to be on this path? Because everything that you touch will definitely be connected to magic. Even your thoughts and your awareness will definitely become more the more you do. So even when you pick out your scented candles just to scent your house with, make sure the scent is agreeing, and whatever the scent is something that you are trying to attract or manifest, and not something that you're not. So certain herbs or fruits or something like that may need to coincide with what you're working with right now. So if you're burning pine and it's summertime, maybe you're trying to attract money. Maybe if you're burning like, it may seem like, oh, that's a Christmas candle. But if you're doing money magic, pine is definitely good to burn when you're trying to get some money. So it doesn't matter. You don't need to use certain candles just because it's summertime if you're trying to attract something to you. Make sure, even if you don't have a scented candle, you can use oils or herbs. But when you go to the grocery store and you're picking out a scented candle, make sure you're also picking out something that's going to benefit you. Okay. Do you manifest faster if you write in red ink? I like to write in black ink, honestly, because black is, to me, one of the most powerful colors because it is dark energy. It is the unknown, it is the untapped, it is what every scientist and occult person is after, to find the mystery and secret of. If I wield it in my hand, I use it and I create with it. So that's why I like black ink. I use blue too sometimes, but I would always try to use black ink when I do spell work or manifestation. Uh, and I always feel like when I write something on paper, that I am giving that paper a meaning in life and my energy. So whatever I write, whatever color I choose to write with has to be powerful anyway. But I feel the most powerful when I am writing with the black ink. Okay. Are y'all trying to join my Patreon? Okay, hold on. Let me find it for y'all because it might have changed. That one's not working. Here we go. Okay, go to my Patreon. Patreon link. Definitely join, support me, and get all the cool stuff that comes with the Patreon. There's PDF books, live videos, spell work, decoding breakdowns, and things like that. You said how to become smarter. Read, learn. There you go. Your garden is growing super fast. Good for you. My garden is growing fast too. I'm gonna have to harvest a lot of stuff out of it before the fall. But I'm so excited because I'm gonna have pumpkins. I'm growing some pumpkins too. Yay. Okay, so if y'all are going to be members on the Patreon, I'm gonna be trying to do another spell before this month is out. I don't know which type of spell, but a lot of people are gravitating towards money spells as usual, but we're gonna see if they want something different this time. What's a good source to people new to writing and doing spell work? Yourself. You're a good source. Try to use words that are beneficial to you. Like, don't use words that do not indicate that you do not already have something. Like, don't say I want. Never say I want. Say I have, or I am thankful for having such and such. Always write as if you already have it, not that you want it, not that you're hoping for it, not that you're wishing for it, because that will continuously manifest that you'll always want that or always wish for it that you will never have. So always use words that you already have. Like, mhm. Your daughter and you check out tons of books at a time from the library. The people that work there always look at us like we're crazy. Well, it's a library. That's what you're supposed to do, right? I mean, that's not crazy. It's crazy if you only take one out when you can take as many as you want. That's mine. You drove all the way up there to get one book, piece of gas? No. You could have downloaded that on Kindle for free. Saved your little gas money. No, we're coming to get the most. Thank you. Um, you said magic is a lot of trial and error. You got to be a thinker and see what works. Yeah, true. Okay, well, I'm about to go, but I thank y'all so much, everyone who's donated. I got a really nice donation, so I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button if you want to also do something nice for me. Hit that like button. I'm about to go, so if y'all have any more questions before I leave, get them in real quick, real quick. You said you just done an attraction spell for a husband. Thank you. Good. Have have fun. Be on the lookout and allow your manifestation to manifest. You're grateful that you are receiving the blessings of prosperity. Good for you. That's how you're supposed to feel. Okay. Do I do sigils when I feel like I need to? I don't use them all the time, but sometimes I do if I feel like I need to. It's just another way to do something. Like, there's so many different ways to do magic. It's just one of the ways that you can choose. How to continuously enjoy life without getting bored. You always seem so confident. Wake up every day and do something that you like. Fun. Dress how you want, look how you want, go where you want, do what you want. That is one way. Don't care what other people think. If you are if you have to be around people that make you feel anxious or unable to do those things, then stop hanging around. That's how you enjoy life. By pleasing yourself and making sure that every day you wake up, you're excited to go do whatever it is that you want to do, put whatever on you want to put on, look however you want to look without anybody have anything to say about it, and going exactly where you want to go and doing what you want to do. That's how you live life and enjoy it. If you're not able to do that, then do whatever you can do to enjoy life, such as dressing how you want, not dealing with people you don't want to deal with, or dealing with only the people you choose to deal with. You don't always have to answer your phone. You don't always have to give an excuse. No is a full sentence. And continuously make sure that you're benefiting daily by just waking up in the morning. That's the best thing you can do. And focus on what's making your life better. And what's not making your life better, leave it and don't focus on it. And all the spells and magic that you're doing is going to be working in your benefit anyway. So just allow that to work for you and don't doubt it. You said play some happy music. Yeah, play some good music. Just live as if you're already living your best life. That's all you got to do. And continuously do it every day. Mm-hmm. Just keep living every day on purpose. There you go. And have fun. Yes, y'all need to hit the like button a little bit more. I appreciate that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said not everyone has good taste. Well, maybe their best life is their own taste, even if it's bad. It may be bad to you, but maybe good for them. Have you ever seen someone that looked so bad, but they were very confident? It's all that matters is how they feel about themselves. Hmm. You said you've been feeling a little down today. Well, just get back up and go do something to make yourself feel better. How to protect yourself from the evil eye? Um, you'll always get me on this silly question. Why protect yourself from the evil eye? Y'all have to think how silly that sounds. I don't want people to have the evil eye for me. Then don't do anything. Go sit in the corner, wear all black, don't talk to anyone, don't make anyone jealous, don't be better than them. Shut up. Disappear basically. If you're great, if you're confident, someone is always going to have a problem with that because they have a problem with themselves. They want to be how you are. So an evil eye is simply looking back at themselves, wishing that they could be more like you. So the evil eye will never be on you, it'll always be on the person who's trying to give it. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's the best thing I can tell you. Protect yourself from the evil eye by accepting it. Saying, you know what? There's something in me that you lack, obviously, that you want. So self-reflection is due. Look, they're just looking back at themselves. That's all they're doing. Um, Evil eye is simply a mirror to themselves. What state do I live in? A state of bliss, darling. It's the state of abundance, prosperity, and the creation of whatever I want. What I begin for absolute beginners? when it comes to spells and magic. Whatever you're drawn and attracted to, it's the best one. That's what I do. Whatever you're attracted to, that's what you need to start with. Because it's not supposed magic and spell work is not supposed to be something like boring that you're uninterested in. It's supposed to be whatever you're attracted to, follow that path. Everything is a personal path. So if I would if I, the best thing I can tell you to start with is, study universal law and then go from there. It's like very simple and quick set of laws that can help you think better when you create spells. Here you go. Would you cut your mother off if she told you that your sibling was her favorite child? I really wouldn't care. I'm not worried about competition. You know what I'm saying? I'm too busy trying to do me. Okay, I don't care. I really don't. I'll be like, oh, I don't really care. I'm just gonna do what I do because it's not a competition. I'm not that petty. You know what I'm saying? I don't care enough. Like, great, good for y'all. Like, I wouldn't care. What would you do with people that live you but you can't forgive? I wouldn't care enough. I would. I would stay unbothered. If I can't forgive you, then oh well, I don't care. I'm not gonna be thinking about you. Right? If I don't forgive you, then I don't forgive you. Live with it. I don't care. I don't understand. Like, I'm too busy worrying about other stuff to think about that. Busy yourself, get some business, start a business, figure out how you're gonna get some money, do some spell work, write a poem, draw a picture. Because if you're doing something creative that's beneficial, that's gonna bring you some money, you really won't be sitting there thinking about whether you forgive someone or not. You know? If you don't forgive them, you don't forgive them. If you do, you do. Either way, what else are you doing? You know? A lot of people feel like forgiveness is going to solve the problem. Forgiveness, a lot of people think forgiveness is, yeah, forgive those people, but do you really ever forgive, or is it just an idea? It's just an idea. They already did what they did. You've already felt what you felt. What is forgiveness going to do? Take something away that already is? You can say you forgive them and act like you don't care. That's what you're supposed to do. Treat them as if they didn't do it before. So lie to yourself. The easiest way to forgive is to have pity on people. Like, feel sorry for them as to why they did what they did. That's the closest that you can really get to forgiveness, literally, is to pity them. Okay. You said it's been 7 months and your mother hasn't been paid by the government. It's not easy to find jobs, help, any bills. Whatever your mother is doing for the government, she could be doing for herself and get paid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna work nowhere. I don't get paid the same day. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What other skills do your mother have that she can do and get paid? Work for herself. Hmm. That's why. Do, how to protect yourself? Okay. Remain unbothered. Okay. Would you cut your? Okay, I already answered that. Eh, what to do with people? Okay. That. You said one time you wrote down get a planner and you was at your neighbor's house same or next day and she walked up and said here and handed you a planner. Okay, that's how it works sometimes. Accept it Say, okay, look what I did. Look what I manifested. That's cool. You said, so they cheated, pity them for what? What would be the reason to pity them? If they cheated and you stayed with them and you pitied them because they cheated, if you wanted to forgive them, you would find a reason to pity them. Like what would be the reason to pity someone who cheated on you? Because they wanted to do something else? I don't know. You have to find that reason on your own. It's not like I couldn't tell you. You'd have to find a reason to pity them on your own. If you don't pity them, then you don't really forgive them. So don't pretend that you do. Just lie and say that you did. Keep the peace, get your check, and move forward. Okay. I don't know what to do. Forgiveness is recognizing that the past happened and it can be changed. Can't be changed, so stop living in the moment off the bad thing. Exactly. Like I always say forgiveness is something you choose to get past, not something that you forget and treat the person like it never happened, but something that you just get past. That's it. It's allowing someone to make a mistake and getting past it. That's all it is. Or pitying them for making the mistake. Okay. Yeah. Like honestly, even forgiving someone for yourself, you can't change it, but you can get over it. You can remain unbothered by it. There you go. Usually if someone hurts you or hurts your feelings by doing something, you have to learn how to get over feeling that way. So it's more about your feelings. So if you don't feel that way anymore and you don't care anymore and you remain unbothered about whatever that situation was, then you're closer to forgiveness, but you're further away from being bothered. You get it? All right. Yeah, it has to feel right to you. And honestly, if you're with someone and they cheated on you, you had to see that that was going to be a possibility. You know what I'm saying? That is a huge possibility, especially in this day and age. The chances of you getting cheated on are very high in this world. So, and I would say if you have a problem with getting cheated on, don't get into a relationship if you fear that. That's all I can say. Because people are going to make mistakes. And if you are not able to get over that, then you're not able to continue on in the relationship. There you go. Hmm. Can I talk about more creating instead of manifesting above the law of vibration? Creating is what you want to see in your world. You write your own story. So talk about what you want to see, write about what you want to see, focus on what you want to see, prepare for what you want to receive. It's just that simple. And that's how you create. It's like throwing a child's birthday party. You have to gather all your supplies, you have to visualize what the party's going to be like. You got to invite certain people, send out invitations, and you know, on that day of the party, it's going to manifest as you had planned. So it's just like that. It's like throwing a party and preparing for it and allowing the party to happen. The party is the life. So plan your life, create, prepare, visualize. How do you want it to look? What's your theme? Every year you can plan a different theme, a different party. Every day you could plan something a little bit different, or every month you can plan something different on how you want your life to go and how your creation to go. what you want to focus on. Write that in as your theme. Like this month, I would like to focus more on da 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 da. Reading, researching, getting knowledge on this, looking like this, meeting these type of people. You know, finding good deals for these type of items. Write that down. Y'all know I sell journals and notebooks too, right? Write that down in your notebook. And when you're out, be aware of what these things are so that when you recognize them and see them, you can see how your life is manifesting in that direction. So, for example, it's really easy to do this. Like, if y'all want to test this theory out, write down something that you're looking for, something very random, like something very random. And it could be something old, an antique. It could be a book, a specific book. It could be something of a specific color or aesthetic that you're trying to decorate with. Go to a thrift store or a secondhand store and open your eyes, and you may find it just exactly what you're looking for. This is how you can test your manifestation skills because you're not in an organized store where they just supply everything on the shelves where they say it's going to be. You're not just going to go to aisle 3 and find, what you're looking for. You're not just going to go to like IKEA or Bed Bath and Beyond and find a specific, decor item. Go to somewhere very random and test your manifestation skills and see if you can see or find it or if it's going to find you. Sometimes that's what happens. You're just walking in and all of a sudden there it is. Um, to see how well that you're able to manifest randomly. Just like the person said, well, she wrote down she wanted a planner. And instead of going to a thrift store, she just went to her neighbor's house because this is also how it works. Going over people's house, they hand you a gift, and they gave her a planner. So sometimes, like if you don't have a neighbor or you're not friendly with your neighbor or um, you don't really interact with a lot of people, sometimes another random act can show you that your manifestations are working. hmm You had a friend that wouldn't let go of the fact that her husband cheated on her years past, and it was like every one of us has been cheated on. Don't have a unique problem. Get over yourself. Tell her she need to go cheat back if she can't get over it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sometimes women just need to go ahead and cheat back if they can't get over it. Just like go get even then. Shut up. Um, just tell her to go get even and shut up. How to stop obsessing? Get what you're obsessed about. Or obsess about something new. Find something else to obsess about if you're just an obsessive person. And sometimes it's about forgiving ourselves. That's the best remedy to cheat back. I know y'all just sitting here like y'all too good to cheat. Go cheat. If you can't get over your cheating husband, then go be a cheating wife. I don't know what to tell you. Get over you. If you then you'll be like, okay, I guess I can forgive him. I do the same thing. Now I understand. Just be done. No wonder why you're being so extra understanding after 18 years being mad. Um, and y'all, sometimes magic is just having the nerve or the unbotheredness to just do what needs to literally just be done for yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's just doing what literally just needs to be done for yourself. So if that's what you literally need to do to get over a cheating husband, then go do it. That's magic when you could just allow yourself to literally go do what needs to be done. Not fearing society and the morals that were put upon you, even if you agree with them somewhat. Maybe there's special circumstance where you can go ahead and create, the feeling that you need to feel to get over whatever it is that you feel like you can't get over. Just go cheat back and be done. That's magical right there. hmm You said you think she cheated, but not sure she was just stuck in victim mode. Well, maybe she used it to get what she want in the relationship. A lot of people will hold that over people's head for a long time to get what they want out of a relationship, if it works. How does planet vibrations affect us? How can astrology be real? It just depends on what you believe at the time. If you believe it affects you, it affects you. If you don't, it don't. Done. It's your mind, it's your thoughts. That's all it is. If you wanted to believe something that's beyond this planet to bring you a frequency to make you more powerful, then of course believe in whatever you need to believe in. It's You're creating this. So you create how much you vibrate, when you vibrate on a certain level, what allows you to vibrate on certain frequencies. You create that. You accept that or you don't. You know what I mean? So for example, if you study astrology and you learn about astrology and you study all that and you look at what's going on in the sky and you base your entire life around that, that's your choice. If it's beneficial to you, yes, take it, accept it. If it's not, don't bother with it. Use something else in its place. So, yeah, you said the charts are real even if they don't believe it. I can create and make up a chart and tell you it's real too if you know nothing about it. Um, People make up stuff a lot. People create things. People make you believe in things. People tell you things, but honestly, it's still your choice to believe in it or not. You know, not saying that it's not real to you, but if you can't convince another person that it's real to them, it's not going to have the same effect. You know what I'm saying? So that's like something is very real to me, but this person over there doesn't believe it. So their life is not going to be affected by what I believe, and they don't. So you have to know that. Like some people, like there's an alchemy drawing of a man looking out of this reality into a whole nother reality of wheels and gears past the stars. You know what I'm saying? So he's looking beyond the stars, which means there's something out there more powerful that creates the stars, creates the position of the stars. Who's that? What's that? What energy is that? And how can you tap into it? So beyond the stars is what you need to be focused on if you worry about astrology. You know, there you go. That's why y'all need to get my book, How to Work with how to Manifest with Magic and Dark Cosmic Energy. Because sometimes you got to go beyond the stars, beyond that, and not worry about what some astrology stuff says. What do you say? Because we create that. It does not decide what we are and who we are. We decide what we are. And that's what creates that. The skies change all the time. Yeah. The skies change a lot. Hmm. Why are the elixirs not shipping internationally? Because I'm not Amazon, and I used to do international shipping, but people are impatient. There's customs. It's a liquid, and so there's a lot of issues sometimes with international shipping. So I just only do national, the U.S. now because it was too much issues. Sorry, if you know someone that lives in the U.S., maybe they can ship it to you if you have them order some. Like, I'm only trying to do things in life that are easy and beneficial to me. I don't try to do things that cause issues and trouble and worry. And that's part of the reason why they are not international. I'm sorry, but it's too much work and customs and issues, and people are impatient. Hmm. There you go. So, yeah, I don't believe in astrology. I believe we create what the stars do. Hmm. You meant full moon. You wanted to take crystals out tonight and make moon water. Okay, well, go make moon water. I mean, that's when you're asking specific questions. It as long as it's beneficial to you, use it. If it's not, use something else. That's my thoughts on everything. Like, don't become a slave to a belief. You create the beliefs. When you need them, you believe them. When you don't, then you create something else. That's why there's so many different beliefs. Hmm. Yeah. So thank y'all so much. I think I've answered most of y'all's questions. Let's see. Y'all need to hit the like button a couple more times. I appreciate that. If y'all are just getting in. And remember, everyone, create the life you want, write it down, be aware, practice everything that's beneficial to you, and your life will simply create and unfold right before your eyes. And you will see the magic everywhere. Stop being negative and doubtful. Don't see blocks. Only see yourself as a creator and allow yourself to create the life that you want. Magically, whatever you need to use, spell work, manifestation, whatever feels beneficial. If you go into this thing with fear, you're only going to create more of it. So don't fear anything. Use your magic as think of yourself as one of the most powerful beings in your life. You are the main character of your story, the director, the main uh, the main character, the star, and the guest of honor, and start creating what you want. Okay. If you fear everything, if you're paranoid about everything, if you're not able to focus, if you're scared about everything, then what type of life are you really creating? Go back, start over, and create what you want. Okay. Mhm. You said you're up. Why can't Pisces go to bed? We could sleep all day if we want. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. I could sleep all day if I want. The life you deserve because you are worthy of having good things. Okay. Yeah. How to control yourself? Every choice is a choice. Choose wisely. You said you was wondering what those things were in that alchemical drawing. Yeah, they were gears and wheels and like mist and smoke. That means something else controls the stars. That means they don't control you. And if you can see past that, then you understand that you also have more power than you know. The stars aren't it. The night sky and the positions of the planets aren't it. That's just a veil, literally. Can we change our appearance, like go from straight to curly hair without any chemical? Yeah, it's called a flat iron, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's called a flat iron chi. Plug it up, put it on a high set, and get to work. There you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all be asking some weird questions. Mhm. Your natural hair growing out of your head. Get a scalp transplant. When they I don't know what to tell you, girl. Get you a wig with some good lace and some glue. Um, that is your DNA, sweetie. Unless they figure out how to change your DNA from within, I don't know what to tell you. You said just use thermal protector so you don't burn your hair. Okay. Wrap it at night. That's how. Okay. Straighten it one time and wrap it. Put a scarf on real tight, tie it up. And try not to sweat and go into humidity. You can't change your natural hair texture. It just that's how it's gonna grow. You said, why don't I try video games? Because I'm 43, almost 44 years old. Okay, I'm not gonna play no video games. Mhm. Mhm. You said, please? Girl, do I look like I play video games? I mean, the closest I get is Candy Crush, and it's an old, boring game, but when I'm really, really bored, I have absolutely nothing else to do. That's it. You said you're already in a video game? Why play a video game if you are already creating the life that you want to? I don't need a video game. Mhm. I mean, what kind of games would I play anyway if I were to download a game? A makeup game, an outfit game, how to make money game. I can do that for real. So that's all the games that I would be playing. Magic spell potion game, I can do that. A gardening Farmville game, I got that in the backyard. Next, you said The Sims. You said I would pay to see you play Dark Souls. How much would you pay? Because like I don't really play video games, and to me, like that kind of like the title of that really wouldn't scare me or anything. Like Dark Souls, shoot, that's a racist. I would like, yeah, don't really play video. Yeah, I'm not a video game person. I have too much real stuff to do. Hmm. Is an adventure fighting bosses game? I don't fight. I just get my way. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to fight, compete, or anything. I'm a girl. I just get my way, darling. That's how this world works. Sorry, that's for y'all who gotta fight and push. I just say, how do you stay in reality and get so sucked into your own world? Your immediate family and child is the only people I can live in the moment with. How long does this season last? I feel like doing whatever you want If you like it, then why change it? You know what I'm saying? Why change something if you like it? hmm some people don't deserve your interaction if they're non-beneficial to you. You know what I'm saying? Literally. If you want people to interact more with you, or if you want to see other people interact more with other people, then they have to have a reason. The person has to be worthy. The person has to, have something that the other one wants. But usually, if you already have everything you want, then you really don't need to go out and look for other things unless it is something you want. hmm So you're thankful to exist in the same time as me. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. You're not a people person. You're picky. Every friend you have has chased me down to get close to me. Exactly. Honestly, some people don't need a lot of people in their lives. What they need is to do what they want, and then they're happy. That's basically it. How incredible is it that in this vastness of the universe, we all happen to be on the same planet and in the same place at the same time as you? If that's what you believe. Not everyone believes that, but it's kind of cool that you do. Why are a lot of people so mean these days? Passive aggressive seems to be the norm. We are aggressive by nature. I don't know. I don't know enough people to say that it's true or not. So I wouldn't know. I couldn't tell you. But if you say so, I don't know. I don't know enough people to know that. The only people that I interact with are people at the other side of the register, the waiter, the drive-through person. That's the only people I interact with. I don't know any. I really don't interact with any other people except the people in my house. Okay. You said I make you feel normal and content. It is normal. Like, why else would you interact with people that you have nothing in common with? Because people are generally evil. Watch them. I don't care about other people enough to watch them to see if they're evil. I'm not going to be around them long enough, so it really won't matter. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't care. I don't interact with that many people. I'm not going to be around them to figure out if they're good or evil. Just give me my stuff, put the stuff in a bag, making sure, you know, you do your job, and that's it. Like, I'm not invested into getting to know people that I don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? So if people are generally evil, I will never know because I won't be trying to interact with them. Hey, you got some more orders? Love you. What?
Are you live?
Yeah.
Oh, hi guys.
Hi guys, y'all hear Layla? Y'all, she wants you to buy her soaps. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's the first link that I linked. Let me see if I can relink. She's starting her own business and getting her money. Okay, I'm trying to link them. Oh, that's my Patreon. No, I linked her stuff too, but it's way far back. I have to get it again. Hold on, y'all. Lila came in here to remind me again. She has a store on Poshmark. If y'all want soaps, bath bombs, etc., please visit her business and support Sprinkle Sparkle. Here it is. There's a link. Um, you think our comfort zones can become roadblocks to our development? It depends on what you're trying to develop for. So, for example, if I was a very social person that had to get out into the world and interact with people, yes, it would be a roadblock. But if I don't have to do that and I don't have to interact with people on on an everyday basis, then it's not really a roadblock. It's just what it is. So it depends. Like if you don't really need to interact with people, you don't have to. That's the thing about creating your own world. You can remove obstacles that don't need to fit into your world because you don't have time for it or that's just not something that you do. Hmm. They know that they're being weird and mean too. Well, oh well. So yeah, like it's kind of like saying, "Oh, well, you have to do this, and you have." I don't have to do nothing. I don't want to, baby. That's number one. So if you don't want to interact with people, you don't have to. Besides the people that are getting your food, taking your stuff at the cash register, bagging your groceries, you don't have to interact with anyone else if you don't want to. That's your choice. And when you do, you do. When you don't, you don't. You can interact with them whenever you feel like it. They're always going to be there, whether you interact with them or not. When you feel like interacting with people, they'll be there for you to interact with. When you don't, then you don't have to interact with them. That's it. When you interact with people, you can literally think of what they will say or feel verbatim how I am doing this. It's creepy but nice. It's happening more often. It happens by accident. I don't know. I don't even pay attention enough to people to realize that's happening. Like, hurry up and finish. Get out the way. You know, I don't know. I don't even realize that you're paying too like you're too aware of them, basically. Um, that's why if you focus more on yourself or something else that you're interested in, or if you're reading something or planning your next whatever, you really won't be affected as much because you're not paying that much attention. And you're simply ignoring or just letting them talk and not really paying attention to what they're saying. You're just letting them flap their gums and you're just not paying attention. Hmm. But if you feel that way, the best advice I can give you is to focus on something you want and see if they come through with that. Imagine them saying, here's a nice gift for you. Okay. Here's a coupon code to your favorite online store. You know, here's a gift card for you. So you can manifest that everyone that you meet or have to interact with is going to be beneficial to you in some way that you really like or want. Instead of just going out blind and interacting with, you know, blah, 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 randomness, before you leave your house, if you have to interact with people, say the only people that are going to interact with me are going to be people that benefit me, give me things that I want or have manifested, or in some way better my life. If that is not what the people on my path are going to do today, then I don't want to meet any of them. Period. And that's how you can kind of allow yourself to meet certain people that you're only going to benefit from, And that's how you can also steer clear of people if they're not going to be beneficial to you. So you don't have to guess. It just is or not. You said folks call you antisocial. Oh well, what do you call them? Nothing, right? Exactly, because you're not worried about them. Yes. If you're not worried about them, who cares what they call you? They're talking about you. You ain't talking about them. So guess who? All that. Yeah. There you go. They do want you want a cash app, and they send it exactly. See, have you ever had someone consistently do magic on you out of jealousy? No, I've never had anybody consistently do magic on me out of jealousy. I don't know anyone that consistently does magic. I don't know enough people to know who would be doing something consistently magically against me. So I my answer is no. I don't know anybody who would consistently be doing magic on me due to jealousy because I don't know enough people. Or not even on that level. And if they really knew me, they would know that it would never work. So they must not they don't know if that's what's happening to you, then your mindset has to change. You can't allow people to have that type of authority over anyone. You know what I'm saying? So for example, if you're sitting there worried about that, you're giving them your power. That should be a joke to you. You should be laughing at that. You should be like, these fools, you know. Hmm. Do Layla and Sasha ever invite you to play video games? My kids really don't play video games, and if they do, they're like not playing them very long. My kids are more creative or doing something else constructive, I think. Hmm. They're not really into that. Like my child's starting a business, my other child's writing a book. Like, what is a video game, baby? If they're not getting paid to play video games, they ain't really going to be playing them that much. They're focusing on their future and the world that they're creating for themselves. So they don't have to get up and go say yes sir, no sir to somebody and clock in somewhere. They're going to get their money, baby. They don't have time for video games, and if they do, it's in their own leisure time, and they're not taking it seriously. Okay, they're girls too. Girls aren't that much into video games. They got to focus on real life and creating this world or their worlds. Hmm. You just don't understand how you can make them say or do something you literally think of. They send cash apps, good energy, bad energy. Well, just don't. It doesn't matter. Just take it, baby. Like someone said the other day, do you know how uh, your brain tells your left pinky toe to move? Can you simply explain that, or is it just happening? Just allow it. If you getting money, who cares? Just accept it as magic. Get your money, baby. You said you hope we can see you someday IRL. I don't even know what that means. Oh, in real life? In a concert or something? Why would I go to a concert? How would you see me in a concert? I don't sing. Mhm. What doll is that behind me? I don't know. What doll? I have lots of dolls. They could make big money as game streamers. Yeah, but I don't see them living a very productive life as a game streamer. Not my children. Okay. If I mean, if they get paid from it, great, but I don't see them doing that. I think they're too creative and want to do more things in the real world. Hmm. Hmm. Accept it as magic, so simple, but maybe the best. Okay. What do you believe? What, what do you believe our point of being here on Earth, school, besides the experience? We are here for love or something. You're here for whatever you create yourself to be here for. You know, it's kind of like the person who keeps talking about the video games. Why do they get on to play? Because they want to do whatever it is that they're doing on the game. It's kind of like whatever you want, that's why you're here. You're like, if you want to give yourself a grand purpose, do that. If you want to give yourself small grand purposes or purposes for each decade, do that. If you want to give yourself purpose each day, do that. It's kind of like a TV show. And you pick a theme and a topic and you have special guests. Like y'all remember the old talk shows from the 80s and 90s, and they would pick a theme, invite guests on to talk about it, discuss it, da da da, and come up with a solution for their problem or a suggestion, or they call an expert on or send them to get a makeover. Every time they had a show, each day there was a different purpose. So you create that. It doesn't matter whatever it is, whatever you like doing, then do that. There is no grant. Like people keep seeking, there must be more to life than this. There must be more. While you're seeking that, you're missing out on creating the life that you're supposed to be creating for whatever reason you decide to at that moment. Okay. So create your own purpose. That's what I say. He said, so why are a lot of people still misusing the magic for harm? Because they don't know what to do with it. And a lot of people don't realize that they don't have to use it for harm. They're kind of um, new, I would say, and they have a lot of things to learn, and they haven't learned it yet. Like they're seeking too much without instead of within. They're seeking power without instead of knowing they already have it. They're wielding it as if they're defenseless when they create everything in their own world. So it's kind of like being afraid of yourself. It's kind of silly. Um, and a lot of people can't really do harm unless other people accept harm that can be done. It's both. It works both ways. If you're not accepting that harm can be done, then no one can harm you. If you're not accepting that, it's not going to happen. You get to choose as well. There's nothing wrong with using your gifts you were given to defend yourself, knowing that you don't. Nobody will. Exactly. If this is why I say, if y'all are around so many people that are making y'all's lives miserable, choose to be in a life where you don't have to interact with certain people. Instead of having to do all that, just don't deal with them. Okay. So many people are, saying, oh, you don't interact with a lot of people. Oh, some people are told that they're antisocial, but they don't have certain problems either that come with being social. They don't have the problems of always thinking somebody's talking about them, doing something to them, or creating issues for them, or doing this or that. They don't have those problems either. When they go to sleep, they go to sleep and they wake up happy and do whatever they want the next day. They're not worried about all them extra people. You know what I'm saying? If you are constantly worried about other people, what they're going to do, what they're going to think, what they're doing to you, then stop hanging around people. Do things for yourself and for the people that deserve to be in your life. And that's basically it. And then ask yourself a question. Are these people beneficial to me? Then why am I hanging around them? If not, goodbye. Okay. Do I believe people can walk through dimensions in real time and levitate and so on? Yes, on TV, people can do anything. It's called movie magic. Um, I feel like this is so funny because a lot of men ask these type of questions for some weird reason. It's called illusion. You know what I'm saying? Hypnosis, illusion, and things like that. I feel like if you are not, if you're on a certain frequency, those things could be possible. But on this particular frequency that you have learned through science, math, whatever, no. Because a lot of times, like the fundamental things that you learn in school don't allow you to think those things are possible in this quote unquote reality. So, you know how they say you have to unlearn everything that you've learned? And that's kind of hard when you've been taught certain sciences and math since, you've begun learning in school. You would have to dismiss a lot of those type of thoughts to even fathom that that is a possibility in this reality. Okay? All right. So I'm going to leave it at that and you figure that out. And I will see y'all on the next one. Thank y'all, everybody, for hitting that like button and subscribing if y'all are new. And all y'all's donations. Appreciate it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Bye.